Hey, folks. I thought I would record a kind of interim video on Absolution Necromancer. Um, we're gonna do a. Actually, I've not even rolled this yet. Hang on. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's close enough. We're gonna do a low red map, so basically like a barely red map. And I just got this to maps last night. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the state of the build. I have technically done a T16 already, and I'm only like level 75. Um, this is kind of one of those aggressively fine builds right now, and I think for the most part, what it really needs is just a lot of levels. Um, because there's a big difference between being level 75 and just barely starting maps and, properly being able to do T16. So, like, I'm missing a bunch of passive tree points. But for the most part, like, this is pretty good. Like, I still don't know if I love the build. Um, it's a weird play style. Yeah, because I'm basically, like, nuking things and then uh, said things generate little minions, and the minions, beat up everything for me. So, um, I've got a weird set of gear. So if I let me find a pack. Probably the appropriate way to play is to find a pack and then blink through them with Frost Blink, which generates Frosty Ground, which makes me deal more lightning damage. So, um, there's a specific playstyle that kind of works best for this. We're not going to do side content because I'm just wanting to keep this really short. Um, don't know how well this metamorph is going to work, so we're going to pop Innocence so that he can help burn down the metamorph. Because I am running Vaal Absolution, which means I literally cast Innocence every so often. And it was hilarious while mapping, or not mapping, while doing the quest content to kill Innocence with Innocence. Um, None of my gems are leveled fully, so that's another piece of this. Like right now, this is just the state of me playing. I only have two of my ascendancies. Um, so like everything that you were seeing is essentially like a very raw state of the build, and it's already pretty good. Like it's um I do have a bit of gear, but like most of the gear that I have is things that I had laying around. So I've not really put much effort into it. I'm also not running any defense or any offensive auras. Um, Everything that I'm doing is basically defensive auras because I'm running Purity of Elements, mostly because I didn't want to have to think about trying to fix elemental ailments. I'm also not running, the agreed upon build for Vaal Absolution. Um, Yeah, the normal version of this uses a Doriani's prototype um, to plus a bunch of other stuff to generate a ton of negative lightning resistance, and then you apply that negative lightning resistance to everything near you, so that you could just wreck it. Since Absolution is a lightning attack, um, so I'm not doing that because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have to care about it. Um, like this is probably the most half-ass build that I've ever made. Um, yeah, because this is my sixth build of the league. Oh, okay. I was like, where did the boss go? Like we've not found the boss yet. Um, so we're almost to the boss. Um, just finish clearing a little bit. Okay. Let's dive in and do the boss, and then we'll talk a little bit. So I'm going to blink through him to drop Frosty Ground on him. Oh, there. There we go. Okay. Let's talk a little bit. Defensively, I'm overcapped at the moment. I normally have 75 on all elemental res. I have positive chaos resistance, but I don't have capped chaos resistance. Decent enough armor. I'm hoping to scale that up a bit so that I can stay around 80%, because as I level, that will keep going down. So all in all, it's not bad. I mean, mostly I'm running period of elements so that I don't have to care about elemental effects. On the gear side, this is where we get into, I've got a bunch of weird stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. This is a hand-me-down wand from my other minion build of the league. I am using Jeffrey's Crest only because it's got +2 level of minion socketed gems. And really good resistances. So I am not using Summon Holy Relics, so that part doesn't matter. But, since I got a good Corrupt on it, it's basically just a good resist helm. And I've got Ray Zombie and Ray Spectre in my helm with Frenzy and Life on it. My main link is Vaal Absolution with minion damage and added lightning damage and physical to lightning damage and spell echo and critical damage. I'm using Surrender just because I had one of these laying around from a previous build attempt. The only thing that I really bought specific for this build was a replica Dragon Fang. With +3 to Absolution. And I'm running a Call of the Brotherhood just because I had it laying around. And also at Ash's suggestion, I'm running Tassalio's Sign, which does things with the cold damage that's getting converted. And then I'm also running Algar Mortis, which interacts with Frostblink's Chilled Ground. So that's okay. I've got a hand-me-down Immortal Flesh that's fairly well rolled that I'm using just for survival and some regen. I don't even have auto flasks on yet, so I've not even sorted out my flasks. And I forgot to hit them at all during that map, so they did nothing. All in all, it's at some point I'm leveling an Animated Guardian, and I'm also leveling a bunch of copies of Animated Guardian. So in theory, I'm going to try for a 2120, and then I'll start using it because I don't want to mess with equipping it until it's 2120. I don't know. That was a pretty fast. I think it was a T10 map. All in all, it's working pretty good. It's just I need a bunch of levels, because I'm only level 76 now because I dinged while we were in the map. But by the time I'm 85 or so, I'll have been able to fill out more of my tree, pick up some more masteries, and we'll see as that improves it. Also, I need to do 2 more labs because I'll end up picking up Mindless Aggression and Bone Barrier. Anyway, that's where this build that I started 2 days ago and I'm now mapping on it. So I did a T16, I did a Crimson Temple last night with altars turned on, and it was a bit rippy, but I made it through. I think I took a single death. So yeah, we're already T16 capable. Were this league starter build? Yeah, no, I'd have no problem mapping on it, to basically unlock content. Anyway, it's not bad. Like I just don't know what I think of it yet, you know, because it's such a weird gameplay style. As I'm casting nukes that are generating minions, that I also have a bunch of other minions. At some point, when I feel like I no longer need the regen, I'll swap my stone golem for a carrion golem. Either that, or I'll pick up where somewhere up here. Yeah, I may I could pick up these 3 nodes, so the golem commander nodes, and run both a stone golem and a carrion golem. We'll see. Anyway, that's the build so far. I think it would be infinitely better if it were a guardian instead of a necromancer, but I was just tired of playing guardians for a bit. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll probably see you in a few days when I've actually got this sorted and feeling better. Bye.